Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Alison. This is Soullight.a and today is my So Fruity 2025 vlog. So I will put some pictures in of the challenge. If you've been around for a little while, you'll recognise this challenge from other years, and there've been lots of vlogs so far. So the challenge is run by Yvette from Blossom Sandwich, and it's all about sewing things with fruit on them or remind you of fruit, so like fruit coloured things. Or somebody on my Soul Virtual the other day had like a really bright stripy thing, and I said, oh, that's like tutti fruity. So yeah, last year I did make a garment. I'm not a wear fruit person generally, but I made like a bit of a loungewear set from the Fabric Godmother Strawberry Fair, I think it's called, that was given to me by a friend. And I said yes to Yvette straight away for doing a vlog, and then was like, what am I going to make? So a couple of years ago, I didn't take part because I thought, oh, it had to be something with fruit all over. And there are lots of gorgeous fruity fabrics out there. I'm going to share a couple now and pop some pictures on the screen, and I'll put some links in the description box. These are ones that are on Fleur et Hours at the moment, so I will drop some different pictures in and you can check those out if you're interested. And for me, I thought, right, I want to make something that I want to make anywhere. And the beautiful thing I love about this challenge is you can make anything. You're not restricted to clothes, so it can be like anything. I was watching Judy from Judy Sews Her Own Clothes the other day. I love her channel, and she was sharing some cushions that she'd made for the garden previously, and she was going to make some more in watermelon fabric. Loved it. So I knew that I was already going to make the BF Patterns Mia messenger bag. I've made loads of bestie bags, but I really wanted to crack on, like lots of us did when this was launched, and make this bag. But a bit of procrastination in the doing process did kick in this week, I'm not going to lie, because I'm enjoying making bags, but I do get a bit of when I'm doing something new. And I am a person who loves video sew-alongs, but I couldn't actually find one. And I know you're probably going to say, well, you should have done one. And I might do if I do another one. But for me, I've got to say, I found the instructions spot on for this bag. There were definitely a few head scratching moments as I made it, and I will get to the fabric shortly, don't worry. For those of you who've maybe not seen it before, I think it costs £8 the pattern, and it's got 2 front pockets, a zip along the top, and an optional device pocket in. So when I finished it and I showed my daughter, she went, oh, it looks like a laptop bag. I said, well, it is. It's, you know, it's design. I don't know if you could fit a big laptop in it, but it's a bigger bag that you can get that chunkier bottle in, or I'm thinking it's perfect for travelling or days out. And Radiance, one of our lovely Soul Virtual ladies from Canada, has just been on a road trip with the brothers, and she said because the strap is a lot wider, if you were having carrying things, it wasn't kind of digging in one point. We've all had that, haven't we, where you're like, oh, that's really hurting my shoulder. So yeah, what does that even mean? Sorry if you're new to me, you won't be used to my randomness, but welcome if you are new. So what do you need? You need 2 zips. One is a 38cm closed end zip, and one is a 22cm closed end zip. One of them I put in was continuous zipper tape, and one was a closed zip. It wasn't quite the right length, but it worked out exactly fine. Magnetic snap, which is optional. I didn't go for that, but I'll show you where that would go in. Normal thread, a square of Velcro. I just had some sewing Velcro dots that I used, and then your normal things. You will need, obviously, a zipper foot for it as well. And it says it's good for denim, canvas, twill, heavyweight nylon, ripstop, faux leather and vinyl, lightweight woven such as cotton, poplin, lawn, batiste, and lightweight quilt and cotton will work perfectly for the lining. We recommend a medium fusible interfacing. And yeah, there's lots out there. As normal and I don't usually go into this much detail with patterns, but I wanted to today because you might be thinking, oh, I like the sound of it, I'm not sure. So what I've discovered since I started making bags, and I don't consider myself to be a bag maker yet, is that there's loads of pieces. And I couldn't even face print it out, sticking it together. It's 2 sheets of A4 so I've just got it printed out. So let me give you the dimensions. So the width of the finished bag is 34 centimetres. The bag height from the bottom to the zip is 23 centimetres, and the depth of the bottom, like the width of the bottom, is 13 centimetres. You can do 3 different strap lengths. So I did the medium, that was on the recommendation of one of my friends, Paula, but you can do a short, medium or long. It does tell you in here to sort of measure yourself, and you can tell by that, but I know people who've done short and it was too short, but you do have an opportunity to join it together and see what it's like. So if you're not sure, cut it long, and then you can always shorten it at that point. So you can do any adjustments at that point, but it doesn't have like a slider. It doesn't have that sort of strap. It does give you the chest sizes and things for it. So for mine, it actually would have been a medium anyway. And I sort of like a bag, a crossbody bag, to sort of sit about here on me. And I'll show you, it's perfect for that. I'm kind of keeping you waiting a little bit for the reveal. So yeah, if you're looking at your fabric, it breaks it down into the different strap lengths, but all of that information will be online, and I will put a link in the description box. So this is the pattern pieces. There's quite a few, but it's broken down, and I found it better to get it all done and then put it into piles. So you've got your outer, you've got your lining, and then you've got your interfaced pieces. And so some of these are almost like a duplication. So it's the interfacing of the outer bag and the interfacing of the straps, but you get like 2 pieces for it. It has an internal zipper pocket, and I found that really easy to do following their steps as well. Okay, so I mean, there are cut and layouts, but if you know me, you'll know it. Does anybody use a cut and layout? I mean, sometimes it's a bit Jenga, isn't it, to see if it'll fit, and for me this was a bit like that anyway. So yeah, it gives you really clear, easy steps, and I'm not a step following person. I'm a bit of a rule breaker. I prefer to watch a video. Couldn't find one, but I did follow the steps, and sometimes I had a couple of moments with some words, but I won't put those in because you might switch off. And there was a point last night when I thought, I think I'm going to need to step away from this and come back to it tomorrow. And I was like, no, it can't be that difficult, because if others had made it, they would have kind of said, oh, there was a bit that was difficult on it. So I had a picture in mind for So Fruity. I wanted to do something that had a bit of a fruity theme, but without being overly fruity prints. And I saw this fabric pop up on So Affordable. It was £4.50 a metre. It's a cotton canvas, and it's trees. I rather like it, and I think this isn't the one I used, but I think this might be one that I use for a winter one, like an autumn one. Now, my idea with this was to use my embroidery machine and embroider like some little, probably apples or oranges or something like that around it. That was my idea, to give it the fruity theme. I think I got 2 meters of this, so I've definitely got quite a bit. I've probably got enough for a bestie bag as well. And there is the reverse colourway now available. I'll put a link into So Affordable and you can check that out as well. So that would be cream with grey if you were looking for that. Then I went to Sawtoon, and my lovely friend Vicky the Fibro Sewist brought some fabric in. Well, she was de-stashing a little bit, and she kind of passed me this and said, I think you'll like this. And I was like, I love it a lot. I've got a lump in my shoulder where my coat hanger's been in my dress. If I look a bit, you're just going to stare at that now, aren't you? So this is the fabric. It's a fabric godmother fabric. It's kind of a padded double gauze, I think. I mean, it's probably not. I don't know what the description says, but that's what it feels like to me. And it's double-sided, so you will see the reverse side in a second. And I absolutely fell in love with it. And I thought, I want to make the bestie bag out of it. The other colourway in it is this way around, and these make me think of blueberries. So can you see where it kind of fits with it? So I wanted to do the outer in this colour and the pocket in this colour. I thought this would be better as the outer because, you know, if it's going to touch the floor or anything, that's the bit that's going to make contact with the floor. Let me pop it on and I'll show you how it looks on me. So this is finished now, all done. So as you can see, I'm a 44, well I might not be now because I've just lost some weight, but let's go with a 44-inch chest, and this is the medium here. Sits very much the same on the back. You can see how the strap sits there, very comfortable to wear with the 2 pockets at the front. And I will get a little picture. So I did put a little label in here. Sewing is my superpower, proudly made by me. I went for one that kind of colour clashed a little bit, and I'm going to show you the other things because there are some so fruity bits. Well, one on the inside. So let me show you it. The only thing I didn't quite get right was when I was interfacing the outer strap. I don't know why, but I couldn't get the whole bag out of this. I didn't have enough. But what I did have was this purple twill from Jenny Stitches. So the back of the bag, I've done like this with a complementary strap down. And I just did a very small zigzag down to sort of applique this on. I didn't want to quilt the whole of the back. But I don't know why I did it. I'd interfaced the outer strap, and I'd done the purple fabric. I think I just got a bit like mixed up with my pieces. So when I joined the outer strap together, it's not interfaced. And when I say the outer strap, that's actually like, you know, goes all down here. So it's quite long. But because this is so thick, it's got the rigidity that I'm very comfortable with. In fact, when you turn it through, I think for this fabric, if it had been interfaced, I would have struggled to turn the strap through. So originally I was going to put something on one of the pockets, which was my plan with the other fabric, to do something probably on this pocket here, because in my stash hub I've got an inspiration photo, which is an Orla Keeley bag, which is a messenger bag, which has like a little Orla Keeley sort of logo on it. I'll pop a picture of that in, and I've had that sort of sat in there for a while before this pattern was launched. I just saw it one day, screenshotted it and dropped it into my inspiration, and I was kind of going to embroider something on this, but I wasn't sure how well it would embroider, and I didn't have, like, I literally had, you know, tiny pieces, so it wasn't like I could go and embroider a bit and see if it worked. I literally didn't have anything left that was a suitable size to go in my smallest hoop on my machine, and I actually thought it would spoil it. So like, I'm very happy with it. These give me the blueberry vibe. And then inside, let me try and show you a little bit. So this is where I find all the threads, because I've literally just finished it. So you do have a zip. It talks you through this really nicely. You've got your ends, which are a little bit chunky in this fabric, but they look fine. This was the closed zipper that I used on it. Top stitched it. It's the same at the other end, and they're sort of just nicely tucked into the bag. And that's all neatly finished, because there was one point where I thought these ends are going to be like unfinished on the outside, and I thought, Alison, trust the process. They can't have made a bag that has unfinished ends and nobody have commented on it, so trust the process. The only thing I did do additionally was I top stitched along here, and what I actually did was I did top stitch both sides here and here, and then I thought, actually, I think it would be nice if the top stitching sort of continued right along the edge there. And what I felt was, although these are interfaced, it just gave that a little bit more finish on the top there. So I did exactly the same on the back. So on the inside, oh, got a little itch, there is a zipper pocket, and I did that in my continuous zipper tape, and I'd got this cherry patch, and I just ironed that onto the pocket there. So another little fruity element, but this is like blueberry coloured anyway. I feel like it all really fits together nicely. So yeah, this, as I say, the description of how to fit that zip pocket, because I've done one, but like in a bit of a bodge way, like done it myself. I do feel like that worked really nicely in there. And then on the other side, you have your device pocket. I'm not sure how well you'll see it. Hopefully you will. You've got this device pocket here, which is interfaced. And I just put this, sorry, the dog is barking, this round sew on Velcro tab, and this is a little Rosy Cheeks label here that I just put on the top of there to finish that little tab off. I do think, I mean, I've got a couple of rucksacks that I've made now, and when we go to France, I think this will be really handy for on the flight. My iPad would fit nicely into that device pocket, and it'll just hold it in place because we're kind of changing, you know, we've got 2 flights that are about just over an hour long, so we're like on and off planes quite a bit. I don't really want to be raking in the bottom of a rucksack or anything for it. Handy also pocket wise for passports and things like that, and also if you are literally nipping around the airport, these are a really nice size. They would be great maybe for putting a bottle or something in. I mean, you could probably work out how to put a mesh into the side to put a bottle on the end if you wanted to. That wasn't something that I felt that I needed. I don't really generally carry loads in a bag, just the normal, which generally would fit into a bestie bag, but I am over the moon with this because, as you can see, it's completely in my colour palette. Vicky knows me very well, and yeah, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And I just love it. Did I mention that? So that is my So Fruity entry. However, you don't put them in, I'm sure it's until the last day of the month. So if you tend to forget that, don't forget. I don't know if it's because I've got a business Instagram or if you can do it on normal, but I can schedule posts on Instagram, so I can schedule it in, so don't forget on the last day of the month. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking. If you like the fabrics I shared from Kaylee earlier, please let me know which ones of those you like, and some of them are a bit more subtle fruits as well. If you like this fabric, it is still available at Fabric Godmother, and there's another colourway in it as well, so I'll put a link into that, and obviously I'll put a link into the pattern as well. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking about making for your So Fruity 2025 makes this year, because I'm dead nosy and I'm really interested, and I like to chat as well. So thanks for watching today. If you've not given the video a thumbs up yet, please do. That would be lovely, and please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. That would be absolutely fantastic, because we're very close to 6,000 subscribers. I can't believe I'm saying that. I feel like we just hit 5,000, but it's just part of our little community. And welcome to everybody who has gone from my vlogs to join my Facebook group recently, because we've had a few new members on there as well. It's a really safe space, so check it out, guys. Okay, that's me signing off for today, and I will catch up with you for my regular Friday sews. So bye for now.